In the ancient world of Yuanwu, the flow of time is like a yellowed scroll of sheepskin, with endless unknowns and miracles scattered on each page. This world is like an incompletely excavated treasure trove, hiding countless secrets waiting for us brave explorers to uncover its profound and mysterious veil. On this vast land, Warcraft and demon plants dance together, interpreting a unique chapter of natural power and the laws of life. Warcraft are dressed in colorful scales, with wild and intelligent lights shining in their pupils. They control the most primitive power in the world, roaring in the wilderness or hiding in the depths of the jungle, becoming an indispensable part of the world. And those demon plants with various forms and magical vitality are gifts from the Mother Earth. They take root in ancient trees for thousands of years, or climb on cliffs, releasing various amazing energy phenomena, adding more fantasy colors to this world. Source energy is the source of life in this world and the key to driving all changes and progress. It is like an invisible thread that runs through all things, allowing Warcraft to awaken, demon plants to reproduce, and endowing humans and various creatures with the ability to challenge their limits and control nature. The application and cultivation of source energy have become important means of war and peace, aggression and defense in this world. Chapter 1. Youth Rock Pattern. You are listening at novel full.audio. De co lois ara trong quatrin lay text. Chapter 2. Adventure Association. You are listening at novel full.audio. De co lois ara trong quatrin lay text. Chapter 3 Task. Rat Extermination in Shixiang Township. You are listening at novel full.audio. De co lois ara trong quatrin lay text. Chapter 4. Demon Mouse Leader. You are listening at novel full.audio. De co lois ara trong quatrin lay text. Chapter 5. Safety Deduction. You are listening at novel full.audio. De co lois ara trong quatrin lay text. Chapter 6. Task Submission. You are listening at novel full.audio. The sand and dust attracted passers-by to look sideways. Outside this ancient and vast city, a unique shadow shuttles through the interweaving of the setting sun and dust. It is not the whimsical plants that act recklessly, but a unique scene. This shadow bears an unusual weight, with a huge bag of vegetables pinned to his head like a small hill. The vegetable net bag is made of tough hemp rope, gathered together to form a top, as if carrying the power and vitality of the earth. As the figure galloped along the official road covered in dust and historical traces, each landing stirred up a whirlwind of yellow soil, and the rolling smoke and dust spread a vivid picture behind them. The guards at the top of the city were all stunned and uncertain when they saw this scene. They originally thought it was a demon plant that was infected by evil energy and grew wildly, intending to attack this impregnable city at night. However, when the guards looked closely, they saw that the shadow was as steady as a mountain, and the huge vegetable net above their heads emitted a simple and resilient atmosphere of life, completely overturning their initial speculation. So, this shadow, carrying the fireworks of life and endless power, travels through the world in its unique way, not only breaking the imagination of the guards, but also leaving a deep imprint in the hearts of everyone who witnesses this scene, becoming a wonderful legend passed down in the streets and alleys, after tea and dinner. Routine inspection outside the city gate, Yuanwu took a deep breath, then slowly took off the straw hat on his head and the face scarf on his face. In that moment, a young yet determined face caught everyone's eye. The captain of the guard is a kind-hearted veteran, and his years of experience guarding the city gates have made him familiar with the farmers and merchants who enter the city. He keenly caught the movements of the rock pattern with his eyes, and upon seeing his face, he couldn't help but show a hint of appreciation. He walked over to Yuanwu with great strides and earnestly reminded him, "Little brother, next time you go to the city to sell vegetables from your own village, it's best to choose the time of 4 o'clock in the morning." At that time, the market had just opened, and fresh vegetables were in high demand and could sell at a good price. Now that this time has passed, the price is not ideal. Upon hearing these words, Iwabara felt like a vegetable vendor in his heart, but his face was full of respect. He lowered his head in response to the diligent guard captain, saying, "Thank you for the captain's reminder. These are all fresh vegetables that my family planted ourselves." His words revealed deep respect for the old captain and his expectations for improving his future life. Iwabara's mood was as hot and eager as a burning campfire. He stepped onto the road to the Adventure Association with great strides, his bright and energetic eyes flashing with immense determination and anticipation. The steps of Xuanhuan were eager, as if each step was chasing after time. The gate of the Adventure Association stands towering, witnessing the departure and return of many heroic figures. As the rock patterns step into it, a strong historical atmosphere rushes towards us, and every inch of space here is filled with traces of countless adventure stories. Iwakami walked straight towards the task counter, which symbolized glory and challenge. The huge wooden package behind the counter was particularly eye-catching, and its volume made everyone speculate that it might be a trophy delivered by a certain bull man after completing the task. So big a package, intending to break the glorious record of daily task completion rate in one fell swoop. Just as everyone was holding their breath and listening attentively to the shocking news that could come, Izumi calmly took out an item from his luggage, which instantly caught everyone's attention. However, to everyone's surprise, what was taken out was not the rare treasures or powerful magical materials that everyone had imagined, but bags full of fresh and green vegetables stacked neatly, emitting a fresh field atmosphere. Xuanhuan made fresh and emerald green vegetables, and the net bag was a bit cracked, afraid of being thrown out on the way home. Immediately after, Xuanhuan took out an old but solemn scroll from his arms to complete the task. The scroll was engraved with exquisite and complex patterns, as if carrying endless stories and experiences. Slowly opening the scroll, it clearly records the details of his mission. From the old man in Shixiang Township who commissioned the extermination of the demonic mouse, to the difficult and dangerous journey he went through to eliminate the red-eyed demonic mouse and the mother demonic mouse to solve the safety hazards in Shixiang Township. Finally, the heavy official seal personally stamped by the old man, every word and every stroke outlined, silently tells the story of this little-known yet warm adventure. In front of the newcomer welfare task counter, the staff cautiously took the ancient scroll with a faint glow, engraved with unique runes that only adventurers can interpret. The staff lowered their head to examine for a moment, then lifted their head with a gentle and professional smile, and said to the novice adventurer in front of them, "Dear adventurer, please wait a moment. Your novice task needs to be reviewed and handed over by our supervisor." After that, he stood up and neatly organized the hem of his uniform, took steady steps, and walked towards the intricately carved oak door deep inside. In no time, a middle-aged woman with an agile figure and a calm temperament walked out from behind that door, and she was the respected task manager in the Adventure Association. Aunt Mu. Time has left traces of wisdom on her face, but it has not weakened the sharpness and determination in her eyes. At a glance, she saw the young adventurer Iwakami standing in front of the counter, with his unique temperament and resilient gaze. She nodded inwardly, convinced that her previous evaluation of Iwakami was not wrong. This young man was indeed a rare talent with the potential to become a top adventurer. Aunt Mu walked quickly to the counter and scanned the scroll in Iwabara's hand with a hint of appreciation in her eyes. Then she raised the corner of her mouth and spoke to Iwabara in an encouraging and hopeful tone, "Iwabara, you have successfully completed the task. In my opinion, you are the new star we are looking forward to in the world of adventure." Task reward: 20,000 gold coins. Newcomer benefits, rewards doubled. The stingy Shixiang town actually pays an additional 10 points of Cloud City contribution points, which can also be doubled. Actual reward: 40,000 gold coins, 20 Cloud City contribution points. Reward according to the amount, reward adventure points, 4 points. Adventure points, receive a reward of 10,000 gold coins, and give some adventure points. Adventure points are used to increase the adventurer's level, and those who reach level D will receive a monthly monetary subsidy. You are a temporary adventurer and can accumulate adventure points to become an official document. You are an E.level adventurer. By accumulating 100 adventure points, you can be promoted to E.level, corresponding to the Source Warrior. After completing the first arduous task, the inexperienced rock pattern received an extraordinary reward. 20,000 shining gold coins, which was a recognition of wisdom and courage, and also the first step in the adventure world. The gift of newbie benefits is even more surprising, with the originally generous reward of 20,000 gold coins doubling in an instant, as passionate as a heavenly rain. At the same time, Shixiang town, which is known for being stingy, has gone against the norm by paying an additional 10 precious Cloud City contribution points, and this unexpected gift has also been doubled in treatment. Therefore, the actual reward received by Yuanwu was 40,000 gold coins and 20 precious Cloud City contribution points, which undoubtedly injected a strong source of motivation into his adventure journey. In this land full of fantasy colors, every effort is worth remembering. According to the rules of the adventure world, the amount of reward obtained will also be exchanged for adventure points representing strength and glory. A total of 4 points. These adventure points are not only witnesses of his self-challenge and courage to move forward, but also enable him to exchange equivalent rewards at critical moments, enabling him to turn the tide in times of adversity. It is worth mentioning that adventure points hold a crucial position for every adventurer. Not only does it symbolize the adventurer's level and prestige, but it is also a key element in elevating the adventurer's level. As a temporary adventurer, Yuanwu will retain all the adventure points he has accumulated. From the moment he officially obtains his adventure certificate, he can directly become an E.level adventurer and stand tall in the adventure world. To leap from level E to level D, one needs to accumulate 100 adventure points, which not only means an increase in wealth and status, it also foreshadows the opportunity to become a Source Warrior. A group of heroic figures who control mysterious powers and guard the safety of Cloud City. D.level adventurers will enjoy monthly financial subsidies provided by Cloud City, which is a reward for their fearless efforts and a powerful support for their continued pursuit of higher levels. Go back, child, come here tomorrow to take on the task. Her voice was warm and firm, like a melodious melody, echoing in Iwaki's heart. I can feel the deep concern and expectation behind the words, like a shot of adrenaline, instantly dispelling the haze in my heart. Iwabara quickly put away the excitement in his eyes and responded gratefully, Aunt Mu, I will remember your kindness in my heart. Thank you for extending a helping hand to me at this critical moment, giving me the opportunity to get rid of the crisis in front of me. His face was filled with sincerity and respect, which was the deepest gratitude to those who provided assistance at the turning point of life. Iwabara is preparing to leave the Adventure Association place. A warm current surges in my heart, wanting to give back this warmth in some way. So he decided to leave some food as a humble gesture of generosity towards Aunt Mu. However, Aunt Mu gently waved her hand and politely refused his kindness. Yuanwu, I understand your kindness, but you should keep these foods. Your journey is still long, and family is the most important. Her words were full of love and care, making Yuanwu's heart hot again. Despite being politely rejected, Iwabara not only did not feel lost in his heart, but also strengthened his determination to move forward. He knew that this simple and profound care would become the source of strength for him to face future challenges. As the sky gradually darkened, 3 sturdy men stood at the entrance of the alley, blocking the way home like 3 iron towers. Their gaze was sinister and ruthless, clearly the minions of the Red Fire gang behind the pawn shops in the southern district, specifically responsible for using various despicable means to force creditors to comply. Whenever someone pawns an item at that pawn shop, they flock like wolves smelling blood, deliberately causing trouble and preventing people from redeeming it on time, resulting in rolling profits on debt and ultimately falling into the trap they set, losing everything. This time, the Iwabara family was not spared, but due to temporary financial difficulties, they borrowed 50,000 yuan from a pawn shop controlled by the Red Fire gang. However, before the agreed repayment deadline of 1 month, they not only came to their doorstep to urge the debt in advance, but also greedily proposed to use the house as interest, which was simply deceiving others. Yuanwu stood at the door, his eyes cold as ice, and he angrily rebuked, "In a month's time, the principal and interest will be repaid according to regulations. Get out of here now. If you dare to harass my family again, don't blame my subordinates for being ruthless. I will definitely break your dog legs." His words just finished. The gaze of those thugs swept over the rock tattoo and found that there was actually a person in this family who had the 4th stage of the martial arts foundation, the wash marrow realm. His face instantly became more complex, and his attitude couldn't help but converge a lot. Originally, this family was not someone to be slaughtered, has the ability to repay debts and the ability to protect the family. These young thugs have already realized that they have provoked people who should not be provoked. If they come to collect debts again next time, they may have to take action personally by the boss. At this moment, my younger sister Yanping heard the commotion and hurriedly ran out of the room. When she saw Yuanwu, she couldn't help but burst into tears. The sound of "woo-woo, brother," was like a sharp knife piercing into my heart. Yuanwu looked at her tearful sister and felt immense pain in her heart. I secretly swear that although my strength is still weak, in order to protect my family and no longer suffer such humiliation, I must become stronger as soon as possible. If my father were still alive, these clowns would not dare to be so arrogant and domineering. Little sister Yanping's tears swirled in her eyes, and the pure sadness was as heartbreaking as crystal-clear dewdrops. Yuanwu's originally sunny mood was instantly shrouded in an invisible haze, and the sense of oppression was like a dark cloud pressing on top, making his heart heavy. Yuanwu looked at his younger brother Yuanwu not far away, who also clenched his fists and stubbornly pouted his mouth. His immature face was filled with unwillingness and anger, indicating that those bullies also aroused his anger. The frustration and indignation on Yuanwu's face undoubtedly stirred up even greater waves in Yuanwu's heart. Looking at her weak and helpless sister, worried mother, and bedridden father by her side, Izumi took a deep breath and tried to suppress her irritability. As the eldest son in the family, he must demonstrate unparalleled resilience and responsibility. "Don't cry, little sister. Everything will be okay." The voice of Yuanwu was like a warm spring breeze, brushing over everyone's hearts, with a firm and unwavering light in his eyes. It was a determination and perseverance to protect the family. "With my brother around, this home will always be our safe haven. You must trust my brother." Yuanwu waved to his younger brother, gesturing for him to come over. The 3 siblings hugged each other tightly, as if conveying each other's strength and beliefs through embrace. My mother also joined in at the right time, gently holding them in her arms. Despite tears swirling in her eyes, she still managed to hold them back. "All right children, let's go home. Mom will make you delicious food." Mother Xingyue gently wiped away the tears from her eyes and said casually, her words filled with the power and perseverance of maternal love. At this moment, Iwabara remembered bringing his own vegetables. "I was able to improve my meals today." On this ordinary yet warm evening, family members will sit around the dining table, savoring the delicious food cooked by their mother's heart, and sharing the joy of family. No matter how difficult life may be, as long as there is a home, the power of love and perseverance, life can always be lived with flavor and warmth like poetry. At that moment, a chubby man walked up from the end of the street and said, "I'm here to grab some food, and I'm also here to give my uncle medicine tomorrow." Pengzi Penghai, Alchemy Apprentice. One of the good friends of Rock Pattern. Chapter 7. Treatment Methods. You are listening at novel full.audio. De Co Lois Ara Trong Quatrin Lay Text. Chapter 8. Task Iron Fruit. You are listening at novel full.audio. De Co Lois Ara Trong Quatrin Lay Text. Chapter 9. Escape. You are listening at novel full.audio. De Co Lois Ara Trong Quatrin Lay Text. Chapter 10. Dungeon Creatures, Low-Level Warcraft Spiders. You are listening at Novel Full. Audio. De co lois ara trong quatrin lay text.